Okay, so we're going to start off with a really simple glute activation or glute warm-up circuit. The first exercise, again you can use a mat when you do this, is going to be the clamshell. Okay, try and lie on your bicep so you don't try and open out through your torso too much. Okay, so lie flat on your bicep, 90-degree bend at the knees, and all you're going to do is simply just keep the heels together and open out the hip. Okay. As you open out, come down really, really slowly. Control that contraction back down. Okay. So got 3 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. Switch sides and then you can perform 15 on the other side. For the sake of today's video, I'll just demonstrate the next exercise. So the next one, feet stacked. Okay, top leg then comes behind the bottom leg. Okay, keeping the foot parallel with the ceiling. Okay, so try not to rotate out again. Okay, so keep the head on your bicep again. Use your arm as a pillow. You're going to drive the heel up. Think leading out with the heel towards the ceiling. Again, don't be tempted for the hip to be pulled forward. Okay, try and switch up. Hip flexors is more of a glute exercise, so think backwards. The other way of doing this exercise is to have a big Swiss ball or stability ball and roll it up against the wall. Okay, and all we're going to do is just drive the leg out to the side, just like that. Okay, just maybe 5 more there. 4, you'll feel a burning in here, possibly down the side of the leg. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, probably a more functional movement. Going downstairs. Okay, number 3 is going to be the step down. Foot up on a step or your bottom step at home. Okay, up, nice and tall. Okay, hands on hips. Have a feel what's going on at the hips. Okay, so if the hips just dropping straight away, think about pulling that hip that's balancing out off the step up. So think of a hip hike exercise, up nice and tall. Okay, as you then bend the knee, so we're training currently at the left side, left glute med. Okay, you're going to tap the heel down and then come up nice and tall. And then again, heel down, up nice and tall. So that's 2. Causes a lot of balance as well, this exercise. Good. 3. You'll naturally get a slight hip drop, but just try and fight against that. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6. And as you're doing this, you're trying to keep the knee over the toe. Okay, that's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so 3.5 months currently post-op after a right ACL reconstruction. So you'll probably see my right side is not quite as good. Knee comes in slightly. Okay, proprioceptively on my balance. The right side not as good, hip drops a little bit more. That's something I keep working on, so that's 2 there. 3, again this should be really slow. 4, no kind of bouncing up and down with it. Control the contraction down. Good. 5, I think this step is around just shy of 20 centimeters. 6, 7, it's harder than it looks. 8, 9, and 10 there, snapping there. Okay, so a bit of a warm up. You feel quads, front of the knee maybe burning a little bit there as well. Okay. Next, what we want to do with that circuit is go 3 times round. Okay, so both sides of the clamshells, both sides of the sideline leg lift, both sides of the step down for 10 each side. Okay, if manageable. The next thing we want to do, after you've done 3 full sets of that, is get used to using the BOSU again. Okay, so BOSU's coming out in front. And we're just going to start, so I can just set a timer on here. Okay, 75 seconds, left, right step ups. Okay. So I'll do this full warm up through with you. So with the previous exercises, again, feel free to hit pause and go through for 3 sets. Or equally, if you want to treat the whole program as a bit of a circuit, it's equally no issue. Okay, so we're doing left, right step ups onto the BOSU. We're going 75 seconds. So it's a 5-minute warm up in total. Spending 75 seconds, 1 minute 15 on each exercise. 25 seconds left. Just keep stepping up, keep thinking about your foot placement. 15 seconds to go. Put the 4 foot in the middle of the BOSU. Okay, 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you come back down, just change feet. So right, left. And again, right on top of the BOSU. Try not to lean forward or keep center of mass really low. Okay, try and stand up tall. Test the stability around the hip and knee. The BOSU will also test core strength and stability, your lateral strength and stability, your ankle strength and stability. Really good piece of kit to use. As well as using unstable surfaces, you can use unstable loads as well. But don't worry too much about that for the time being. It's good to use a little bit of both for any balance or proprioception training. Proprioception is just your joint position sense, is what I call the body's sixth sense. It's being able to know exactly where you are in relation to space. Hence why when we close our eyes, we don't have that visual feedback. We're relying a lot more on those proprioceptive mechanisms. It's a lot more difficult to balance. Okay, last 3 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Okay, that's 2.5 minutes there. Balance on top of the BOSU, hard as it is. Step back, step on. Okay, step back, step on. Step back, step on. So each time it's almost a single leg balance. Again, try not to rush too much. Balance, come back on. Okay, balance, come back on. Everyone always says, oh, engage your core, tense your core. All you got to think about is just keeping your weight over your toes. If you want to brace your core as such, just imagine someone's going to hit you in the stomach, okay? And it's that contraction there. So having a nice tight core, essentially having tight abdominal muscles. Core is anything that attaches into the spine or pelvis technically, so it's a hell of a lot of muscles that actually involves. It's not just your abs. Okay. Nearly there. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, into side steps. Off to the side, step in, side step, side step. Okay. Again, a little bit more difficult. We don't tend to do as many lateral exercises as we do forward. So bicep curls, shoulder presses, sit-ups, squats, deadlifts. They're all in forwards motion. Sagittal plane, frontal plane movements require more lateral stability. A lot more difficult for most people. Keep that going. Nearly there. Coming into your final 20 seconds there. Again, dependent on the stability around the knee, particularly if you post ACL, If that's an ACL sprain, you're doing conservative management or post-ACL rehab, again you can turn this into more of a biometric exercise or a speed-based exercise, but for the time being, just worry about stepping side to side. And that's your 5 minutes there. Okay, so you should be used to the BOSU by now. Again, slow the movements down if you find any of those difficult. I'm going to stop my timer there. The next thing we need to do, okay, is 3 exercises on the BOSU. We're going to do a BOSU squat, a BOSU lunge, and a BOSU bridge. Okay, I'll show you a couple of variations with the BOSU bridge. One that's probably going to be more glute focus, lower back involved as well, and one that'll bias the hamstrings a bit more. Whole posterior chain is working on the bridge, but again, there's different ways where you can bias different ranges of movement, different strengths within those ranges, and different muscle groups. Okay, number 1, just coming into the BOSU squat. Okay, so both feet on top, and again, just sitting back onto your heels. Okay, and stand up nice and tall. Okay, onto your heels, up nice and tall. Okay, if that's really difficult, you can start off just standing on a pillow or a bit of rubber matting or something like that. And if even that's difficult, just go onto your floor and your carpet and just try a few squats on there to start with. If you don't have a BOSU at home, you can buy the little inflatable rubber mats. Just buy 2 of those. They're really cheap on Amazon, and you can just stand on 2 of those inflatable rubber pillows, essentially. Wobble cushions, that's the word I'm looking for. Good, coming up to round double figures there. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. You can do that with barbell squats as well. Yesterday I did some barbell squats on the BOSU, so just had 40 kilos on the back. Again, a lot more difficult, bit of a higher level exercise, really difficult to balance when you first get on, but another good way of just making it a bit unstable, making the legs work a bit harder, knocking you off balance sideways. Depends on your sport, what you're looking to do, but again, be a bit more specific. Stepping off the BOSU into reverse lunge is really difficult. Slightly easier than that, the step on lunge, okay? Still difficult. Heel on again, back knee down, coming back, okay? When you step on, think about coming down and then pushing through the heel and coming back up, rather than often on lunges, people will try and lean forward over the knee. Okay, try not to do that. Try and just sit down into the lunge. Body nice and straight, torso nice and straight. Drop the back knee down. Okay, you may have a slight lean forward again, dependent on. So I've had I've had left and right ACLs, but I don't have a right one. I'm actually probably more confident with the right leg on the BOSU than I am off there. I almost feel like I have to lean forward a bit before coming up. It's completely normal. Also depends on what graft you've had. I had a hamstring, but had a little fall 10 days post-op. Still got some anterior knee pain. Pulled a lot of tissue in the front of the knee. Again, it's completely normal. Good. Again, if you go for around 8 each side, completely lost count. That'll be around 16 lunges. Okay, nice and slow. Should be slow, controlled. Okay, with each repetition, try and get as much quality as possible into the movement, rather than just speed, because then you're not really testing your stability. You're just sacrificing that for speed. Okay, so that was the BOSU lunge. The BOSU bridge, again, you don't need a BOSU, you can do it on a step or something else, but if you have got a BOSU or some wobble cushions, feet on, hips nice and high, okay? So a bridge or a hip thruster, some people call them. Okay, again, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your bottom muscles as you come up, keep the hips nice and high, and you're coming back down. Okay, so that's 3 there. Slightly lower load exercise, you'll probably find them a little bit easier than the first 2. 5 there. 6. 7. 8. 9. Struggle to balance, you can put your hands either side. 10 there, okay. Spice the hamstrings a bit more, rather than thinking about pushing it away. Think about pulling the BOSU in, giving onto your heels. So you're almost trying to kill the BOSU towards you and bring up. You'll feel a very different contraction. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Think about curling that BOSU towards you. Good. You can also do that exercise with the stability ball. It's even harder. Okay, pulling in. The other thing you can try when you're up in the bridge, again testing your stability, hip stability, try not to let your hips drop either side or tilt, okay? Just straightening one leg. And coming back and straightening the other leg. Okay. If you've done a set of bridges, you won't need to do too many of those to really start feeling it. Posterior chains, your hammies, your glutes, etc. And then coming back down. Okay. That is one set round. Again, with those exercises, form another full set through. Okay. Have a little break and another full set. So 3 sets total. Okay. If you start off with that as a workout, you're probably looking at, let's have a look at the time now. It's been recording 16 minutes. So you're probably looking at condensing everything into around 30 minutes to 40 minutes, depending on how many breaks you have. Good luck with everything. Let me know how you get on. Any questions, just send me an email, jack@energizetherapy.com. That's energize with a Z. Good luck.